Let's dive right in. We're going to explore a really powerful and honestly a pretty counterintuitive idea about how wealth is actually built. It's not about doing more or working harder or being busier. It's about the exact opposite, the incredible power of doing nothing. Look, this is a pretty brutal place to start, but we have to get real. This is the truth that sets the whole stage. And it's not because people are lazy or not smart enough. It's because the fundamental rules they're following about work and activity and money, they're just broken. This is the reality we've got to challenge. So that brings us to section 1, the great activity trap. We're going to unpack this widespread belief that being busy is the same as making progress. And it's a belief that is silently keeping millions of people from ever getting ahead. I mean, you know how it is. From the time we're kids, it's just drilled into us. Stay busy, look productive, always be doing something. And in the world of finance and investing, oh man, that translates to this constant need to be in the market, to always have a position. But this idea, this is the core of the myth. And this is the question that just blows the whole lie wide open, isn't it? If constant action was the key, then every single person putting in the hours would be successful. But we all know that's not the case. The problem isn't a lack of effort. It's that all that effort is being poured into a flawed strategy. So that leads us right into section 2, harsh truths of poverty. What we're going to see here is that this is a mental condition first. It's a series of mindsets that make building wealth pretty much impossible. Let's break down 3 of the most common ones. First up, the addiction to comfort. Choosing entertainment over education, relaxing instead of growing. Comfort is that little voice that whispers, you can do it tomorrow. The problem is, that tomorrow somehow turns into 10 years from now. This isn't about being lazy, it's about consistently choosing that short-term ease over long-term strength. Now this might be the biggest trap of all. When you sell your hours, your income is literally capped by the clock. The moment you stop working, boom, the money stops coming in. The source material is really blunt here. If your income depends solely on you being present, you are one illness away from poverty. And then, of course, there's the mindset that craves fast, easy, no effort money. This kind of thinking is just a giant magnet for scams, for gambling, for Ponzi schemes. Real wealth, it's actually kind of boring. It's built quietly and slowly, not in some single, exciting jackpot moment. This slide just boils everything down to 2 simple questions, and your answer reveals your entire financial philosophy. One path is all about immediate gratification. The other is about building permanent capability. The crucial point is, which question are you asking yourself every single day? Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now, in section 3, we're going to cover the solution, the secret of inaction. It's the complete opposite of what most people believe. And trust me, it's where real wealth is actually built. This quote from the legendary trader Jesse Livermore is, well, it's everything. Just read that again. The market doesn't reward your effort, it rewards your precision. And precision requires patience. It's not about how many trades you make, it's about how many right trades you make. That simple idea, it changes the entire game. Now let's be crystal clear, this isn't laziness, not even close. Strategic inaction is a full contact sport for your mind. It demands constant analysis, emotional control, and the courage to just stand still while the herd is running around like crazy. It's having the strength to say no to 100 mediocre opportunities, so you have the capital, the energy, and the clarity to say a huge yes to that one great one. And this just nails the difference, doesn't it? The amateur craves action. It makes them feel like they're in the game. But the professional, they're already in the game. And they know their only job is to wait for the pitch they can hit out of the park. It's a fundamental shift from just wanting to participate to planning to dominate. All right, in section 4, let's make this practical. How do we actually turn waiting into an active strategy? Because when you do it correctly, waiting is your real work. See, this isn't about just sitting around daydreaming. Active waiting is a 4-part process. First, you prepare. You study constantly. You learn your market. You understand the fundamentals. You know the patterns that signal a real opening. Then, you define your exact criteria so you're not guessing. Third, and this is so important, you preserve your resources by avoiding temptation. And only then, when everything lines up perfectly, you strike. And you do it with total conviction. This is such a critical point. Every bad trade you avoid doesn't just save you money. It saves you from that whole cycle of doubt and desperation and revenge trading that just destroys people. Preserving your capital means preserving your psychological edge. Think of it like a pro poker player. The pro folds way more hands than they play. Why? Because every time they fold a weak hand, they are actively building their wealth. They're avoiding that slow bleed of small losses, they're keeping their powder dry for a monster hand, and most importantly, they're building the muscle of discipline. The crowd is impatient. They play every hand, and that is exactly why the crowd almost always loses. So it all comes down to this: one final brutal choice. We've seen the trap and we've seen the escape route. Now the decision is yours. You are going to suffer one of these two pains. There is no third option. The pain of discipline, of waiting, of studying, of saying no. It feels heavy in the moment, but the pain of regret, of missed opportunities, of wasted capital, of a life spent stuck, that is a weight that is 1,000 times heavier. You have to choose which one you're willing to carry. And that leaves us with this final, piercing question. Are you chasing action, desperate for any kind of movement, just swinging at every ball that comes your way? Or do you have the discipline, the confidence, and the patience to wait for that one perfect pitch right in your zone? Your answer to that question, well, that's going to determine everything.